Today we look at the concern with the Forsaker World Bank project with a procurement of over 6,000 solar tablets then for monitor the free quality education. Well, for SECA, the teachers' absentees, and for monitor the implementation of the free quality education, especially for teacher attendance, make governments come with the idea of one tablet per school initiative. We now for buy solar tablets for school them. Now World Bank, they support this project for by the over 6,000 solar tablets them, but concern don't they come out for SECA the procurement process as from 2022 where they been come with this project, it don't get cancellations, and also project don't be cancelled. What's in the concern for SECA? This now one way Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability, Marcus Bangura, when the executive director, get concerned about, and we get another studio for council. What's in the concern for SECA the procurement of World Bank project where now one tablet for one school initiative with government being come with for monitor the free quality education. Once again, good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning.
From that background, the issue of the computer or the tablets them for the schools here, we now solar tablets, there over 6,000, we now government initiative supported by World Bank. What's in una take and what's in una concern about before we can look at details?
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, I don't care plenty time. The people in this country know say we niche, that is C4D, democratic accountability. We mean say we hold public officials into account on issues of national development. So as a result of that, C4D gets various areas that we look at. Democratic accountability, as I mentioned, one area, then also the provision of socio-economic services at an affordable price. So in all, service delivery are the major aspects for C4D. When we talk about these solar tablets, they also, we talk about effective service delivery, because I tell you, say this is a program we starts 2020, right? In 2021, they been therefore do the first adverts for make people apply for the solar tablets. The application was done. Then one company being for Winam, he make a submission, but at the end of the day, then discover say the tablets they been substandard. So as a result of that, I think the money, they will for refund the money back. Then eventually, in 2022, we get the same thing back where they also advertise. And during that particular period, a lot of companies, they apply. Two companies will come out where they invite for make them actually do the bidding. One now Duco Pro, one company we get we're a foreign company, and also TY Memory Masters, we're a TMM, we're an indigenous company in the country. So as a result of that, then do the application. But one thing first, before I come directly into it, let me take this opportunity first for commend the president because of the free quality education, right? But they discover say over time government the losses about $300,000 every month as a result of ghost teachers, right? If you find out say according to the statistics, at the time we get about 38,000 teachers, and out of the 38,000 teachers, they find out say 15% of them teachers and they not active. We would call ghost teachers. So as a result of that, they pay teachers about 1,200. When you put all that together, governments realize say then the loss is about $300,000. So they find ways and means for make sure say they stop this thing. So the World Bank come inside for this support, because World Bank we don't support similar project in the Philippines. It come out for be very successful. And being that Sierra Leone faced the same problem, because if you agree with me, say from 10 the feds ghost teachers. Even the late Minister of Education, is it Ba? He fed ghost teachers. Then after the change of government, the current chief minister was also minister, he fed ghost teachers. But to date, they're not able to get control of that. So, meaning that the idea was a very good initiative for making them get solar taps. And when they say solar taps, very effective and efficient taps, way so strong that even if you send inside water, right, it will be very, very, use them back effectively. Because the reason being, they may want about 6,000 taps for about 6,000 public schools. And then taps, then they will help for track teachers' attendance. And we will also say effective service delivery. Because we always say for some time, for quite too long, school picking and not face deprivation because not all teachers are going to class. Even some way regular, they're not effective in a class. So, but with that particular solar tab day, it will help for track teachers then, it will help for effective service delivery. So, one of the major concerns are the fact say, why the delay? Imagine it's 4 years now, right? 4 years, a project of this nature don't come, we don't get support from the World Bank, then all of a sudden, just few people waiting at the ministry, especially the free education secretariats. We get the coordinator, we also get the procurement officer, we now want Mohamed Kalon, right? So then two people also, but of course, in as much as they head them, they don't delay the process, right? If you look at the second bidding, because I tell you first, the first bidding, substandard tabs, they present sub and standard tabs. Because of that, they decide, okay, then 1 year not too fit for purpose. So because of that, they decide to make the withdraw that. So when the second bidding come, TY, as I tell you, TY and this Duco company, right, they invite them for bid. So they do the bidding. Then after we then do the bidding, they find out, say, TY, that is the TMM, the money we them give in the procurement, right, the budget, was about 800,000 less than the amounts we Duco Pro give, right? But in all of that, they still they drag their foot. That is to say, the coordinator as well as the procurement officer, they drag their foot for make that work.
This now World Bank they support government for this initiative, but now Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education and also the Free Quality Education project secretariats they implement. The procurement process, as Yusuf mentioned, then be introduced but cancel the initial procurement due to substandard products them, and also they relaunch them in 2022. They also then cancel them because of pricing and come with them again in 2023. The issue of manipulation, irregularities, now the watchword for this project. What do you think say they lead to all this? We now World Bank funding to government for support the free quality educations, but term like this associated with them.
Yes, definitely, because one of the major reasons that this issue of lack of accountability and transparency. Then also, when you get few people at the helm of affairs, they manipulate situations just because they want their own person to succeed. Because if you look at this situation now, this Ducopro, right, gets a lot of issues. In the first place, they apply, right? You look at the price difference, you understand, in this last bidding, you understand, you find out, say, why waiting then give a less than by $800,000. You understand? Where it means say it will save the country. That money they, right, they could use it in another perspective for development, right? Then they do a kind of you know, so for the interview and all that. They ask them for big submissions, right? Now, if I not say TY gets 99.6% in their assessment of the technical and the financial area, right? Whilst this Ducopro then gets about 86%, right? That's alone by itself enough. But the coordinator as well as the procurement officer say they're not satisfied. Yes. Even way the World Bank say, let them continue and award the contract. Okay. Understand, to TY. So they come back and they bring a lot of protracted things there. For example, quite recently, where in August this year, and if I don't give the award, you understand, for that award the contract to TY. But yet they come with another issue, say they need the tablets then. Understand? Just overnight, we want them tomorrow. Right? Okay, TY be able, because they don't do everything, they submit them, right, to them. So that this all like kind of a delay tactics.
All right. So let's get things clear, Marcus, before go for break. Who then are the people where you say they manipulate for slow the process?
If you look at the whole process for any institution, any group, any club, you get heads, and then heads then they get authority. So if you look at that, you get two people, because the procurement, right, specialist, now Mohamed Kalon, right. So in a one person, right, because then get the authority, right, for look at the situation and give the person way right. Right, then you also get the coordinator, right? Because there was one area, for example, where, in fact, they present the after the interview. You understand? You find out, say, we do not give TY want for know the circumstances. That was the second bidding. You understand? Want for know the circumstances which make them not get the contract. So they ask for explanation. What does the coordinator say? The coordinator say, no debriefing on that. That is dictatorial. It's despotic. Right. Understand? And we live in a world wherein we not for make yourself masters of the people.
All right.
You see?
I continue for the way to inside the program, Marcus, but not forget Cyril Democracy being invite somebody from the Free Quality Education Secretariat, Winner Mohamed Kalon, in a procurement specialist, and he don't agree for Canada program, but later on, yesterday, we tell we say go send the PRO from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, but up till now we not see another program, and we hope say we go see representative from the Ministry of Education. We'll go for a short break. We'll continue the program. Good morning, Saloon.
See, we look at the concerns then for SECA procurement. We get to do with 6,161 solar tablets then for monitor the free quality education. We don't take about 3 years now, and this C4D gets concerned. But Marcus, we look at the procurement process. You don't mention how the process be don't go and some of the concerns them we don't come out. What in this mean for projects we do not funding the PAM we then give Salon the right now for procure, but still they get challenge for procure for 3 years?
Yes, the challenge is then enormous. This is one thing we need for actually take into consideration and firm way for Angola, because then it has to carry on too much. Now, as I've been talking about the bidding process, I talk about the first, that make just make some clarity. I talk about the first one, we not been go through proper one, right? We even get for little refund, right? The second bidding, TMM, win and clean one, right? The win and clean one, but the only issue I think you mentioned that because of price difference, the price will be little higher. And because the price will be little higher, right? They can get for little a serious crisis, right? Because the price will be little higher. So because of that, the World Bank, you know, see that they give the money. They don't watch the submission, you understand, of the documents there, and then find out say TY are the most qualified. So what the World Bank say? World Bank call on the ministry and the secretariat, that is the Free Education Secretariat, to make them negotiate with TY, right? The bidding price a little higher, but they're not in a problem, you understand? They say we negotiate to demand them, but for one or two reasons, right, the man will continue for delay the process. In fact, they may get for go up to the extent of the independent the IPRP, right? The IPRP, you know, say then they regulate procurement and other things there. So like when they get the complaint, they decide for look at it, you understand? But what can happen? They tell us, okay, we advertise, right? But they don't do that, you understand? They continue a kind of deception. They give wrong information, you understand, to the IPRP. Then later, when they talk to the World Bank, the different perception where they make a very different. So, but the first one and the second one, but the third one, I think DucoPro may involve. That is this DucoPro where I talk about. When are the area of interest that I will say categorically, you understand? Because if this company with TY right, get everything, then at the same time, even the World Bank say, but when I negotiate to them and they also, and then they give the money, you understand? They still not refuse to do that. But it means there are challenges,
right.
You understand? And the challenges, they within the ambit of Kalon and also Ambrose. We then two people in there, one the head, the secretariat, that is free education secretariat, while the other one inside the work day, but now the procurement officer.
Okay. Fambula we say we invite somebody from the secretariat, we na Mohammed Kalon, we na the procurement specialist. But up till now, we're not able to see representative from the ministry, but still the program Good Morning Salon, they continue. Now, Marcus, also you pull all this you fact them. Somebody will say you're not a procurement officer, you're not a part of the people we bid for this particular project. Also you pull fact.
Procurement officer. But once you are making take into consideration, where I know say you well aware of, that in fact say me a civil society activist, a very vivacious one. The organization, Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability. You see the word democratic accountability, holding public officers to account. And we get complaints from everywhere, you understand, on issues, either we deal with procurement or we deal with inequality, among others. So as a result of that, we get sweet information. And as I done also, I get valid documents to the effect. In everything we are discussing also, you understand? Get valid documents from the discussions, you understand? The correspondences, in all of these things. And I make authoritatively, I can't sit down also for talk. I might not be a procurement officer, but I'm very much interested in effective service delivery. And this therefore do with effective service delivery, we fall within the ambit of an organization.
All right, so at this moment, as civil society, what do you want?
What I want at this particular moment, I want transparency and accountability. In the sense that we don't get this process, we don't take for some time, for some time for quite too long. Because I'm not going to imagine a procurement process for take 4 years. And to date, they're able to get results for now. Understand? A very, very demeaning, frustrating, understand, especially a disappointment to the president as well as the people of this country and the school picking necessary, because that they stand at the advantage for gain. So if this kind of delay they take place, right, which we go say, now that they retrogress rather than progress.
What does this mean for donor confidence in the free quality education? Because I ask you this is not the first concern. Hostels, building hostels for students, them don't be concerned. We now same World Bank project and also a ton of projects don't be a concern. Now, procurement of tablets, them now the free quality education. What does it exactly mean in terms of the free quality education?
It means a lot in the sense that even this project we talk about so. The World Bank will stand at a position from which I understand for council this particular project. You understand? Because they don't give the money, they don't give advance of $1,500. You understand? And from the time we that procurement process, the first one, where they return back the money. You understand? So looking at that, we stand at risk of losing this particular initiative. You understand? One tap per school, right? We start at risk. And the big question now is, why these guys, they insist on giving this particular project, you understand? So, a particular body, you understand, will not even qualify. Forget this particular, which is FIASO, they're not qualified. By the assessments, where they do, and the allocation. For example, where they do the bidding, Kalon can be divided into two. It can into technical, for just create more difficulties. It can with the technical aspect, you understand? They also come with the financial aspect. But even at that, the indigenous problem, you understand, when at CY, they get for winner. Right? The winner, they still defend ways and means for stall the process.
Alright, Marcus, you don't engage with Kalon, forget in your part why it come up with some of the issues there will make the process slow.
I don't meet with Kalon it. You understand? I don't meet with it. But I stand strongly on the facts that we may get. Understand the fact that we may get. And by all intents and purposes, the likes of Kalono for the position anymore. The reason we make us say so, look, the toners, you understand? A company called Diaco applied. It was called, at the time of application, you understand, it was Diaco Limited, where they applied. But we understand, say, Diaco falsified documents from NACIT and NRA, you understand? And it was proved by the IPRP. And after it was proven, you understand, by all intents, straight away they not involve that particular company anymore. Because if you look at the Procurement Act, you understand, when you falsify anything, you stand the risk of being eliminated. Now look at the situation back. Then instead of the award the total business to TY, what did they do? They award them to a company where not bid. And it's also called Diaco. So it was first, in terms of the application or the bidding, understand, it was Diaco Limited. Now they give the award to Diaco Enterprise. I don't want to go much into that because the issue did not court. Right. So I need to discuss the merits. But the narrative of them, and they put it straight.
So you make mention of the name of this Mohammed Kalon and also Ambrose. Now when we don't play, and then all strategic positions now, the free quality education implementation. And at one time there is also allegation say the Mohammed Kalon now be the secretary of the evaluation committee, and then allegations there around say a locally support the pro company we now a foreign company we then don't award this contract. So
yes.
What do you think say they play all these things? Is it the issue of the normal thing where Saloma can say kickback, or because perhaps they can get interest in this?
Well, you know, go decipher that. Understand the issue of kickback, and who knows whether there is an arrangement between them. You understand? Because if TY don't come out very clean, you understand? Then why, for God's sake, at the time when I be the chairman, and one Mr. Rogers, you understand, was the chairman, right? You know what he do? He become an advocate, you understand, for a Duco. You can't do that. That is unprofessional. It's unethical. You understand? Except where there is a tie, except where there is something. If not, no reason, no day. Because we all get to your role. You guys have been doing extremely well here. You understand? When I know on a little corner, but this is the role you play. I'm a civil society activist. I am in a small corner. We said they play the role. You understand? The president, in general, is the father of the nation and the president. You understand? So as a result, when you talk about a government, like he always talks a government is like a car generator made up of different parts. All sides need for work. So if you then are a small corner, then you a responsibility. You understand? That the education ministry, you understand? That is the basic education. Now you did it as procurement officer. For God's sake, why you take sides? Right. Taking sides is not fit for the day. You understand? So then people therefore pull them for accountability and transparency sake. Otherwise, they will continue for repeat the same. You understand? Okay. Because they're not already involved into corrupt practice, and the thing is marked by a lot of irregularities. That's one of the concerns, and that's way why not be comfortable with.
Right.
With the raise, you understand? Okay. They even like the ACC, give them a kind of body toners, then, you understand? Give them a kind of a rundown about that. The only thing, ACC, because the issue they are court, you understand, they can't act on it. Okay. Right? So a lot of other things there.
And inside the program now, will you go on the phone, Musa?
Yes, of course, we go on the line and get the procurement specialist for the free quality education. We now Mohammed Kalon, as we mentioned earlier, in one of the people we named the mention for SECA the procurement of over 6,000 solar tablets them for school for monitor the free quality education. Where this project don't take about 3 years. We Marcus Banguran at the studio we now from the Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability get concerned about, and don't they raise them concern here. What's in our calendar response as we be invited at the studio, but he say no able meet up for Kana studio, but we get them now online. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, we look at the issue of the over 6,000 tablets we now government initiative for monitor the free quality education supported by the World Bank. We don't take about 3 years now for procure, and we get civil society representative in the studio. We the executive director of Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability get concerned about the delay in the process. For listeners and viewers of Radio Democracy, what are the latest, first of all, on this project?
Thank you very much for having me on the radio. It's rather unfortunate the civil society man they talk things them where in no but I'm glad the one question when you ask them say you don't get in touch with Kalon or the secretariat, which he did not. Let we left for the propagate things the way we don't know. Even the issue where they talk about where they're not court, it's not an international firm. Diaco is not an international firm. Diaco is a local firm. I will get to that day. Like he said, it didn't court.
No, before you can respond to the concerns, then for listeners and viewers, give me the latest about this project.
Thank you very much. The latest on this tablet issue, we not reinvent the wheel. The procurement system, we call them a rated criteria, meaning now 2 envelope system. You get the technical and the financial. Like they say, we reinvent. No, we not bring her on board. When this thing be done cancelled the first time, the World Bank said there was not enough specification and there were a lot of software then where them be need for add to the first tablet. We not be giving award them, then cancel the process. The second one where they talk about
cancel the process.
The bank and the ministry thought and fit say we need a lot of software for let we get this thing right. So the first one not be able to meet that. So we cancel that process day. The first procurement process.
The first one be below standard.
Well, not so below standards are short. Then believe not because the consultants where they do the teacher management information system be there on it not be done in work it. There is a consultant where then they embed a lot of software them into this tablet they buy. So they say okay before we can get an hazard, let we cancel that process day and relaunch them. When we relaunched the process, that was the second bidding. There was a 500% $500 increase in TY in price. And looking at Sierra Leone, now a gullible society, you go award a contract to $500,000 above what you will be get and things. People will raise the qualm like they say so. I'm glad in that question we asked her, oh, something for kickback or something for distant one. So we went back and forth. We said, no, we cannot accommodate this. We are re-advertise this process again. This third time. It just meet up now. The World Bank don't introduce what they call a rated criteria. This was in September, which means they get 2 envelope system. Now the bank be very curious about this process. The ministry and everybody want to let this process come to an end. They submit technical and financial proposal. The technical proposal where they talk about so DucoPro beats TY. Then come to the financial TY beats DucoPro. So you they add all 2 and get a total. When they add all 2, TY memory come above DucoPro. Now, that's the way they talk. Say, we reinvent something again. The bidding document say, ask the recommended bidder. I want to get in touch with TY. Say, let it submit samples. It was there. All of them saw it. Not something new in the bidding document. It was there from the beginning that the recommended bidder was going to submit 2 samples of each of them product and day. We write TY and say submit 2 samples them. And he did, happily he did it. He came to the office, he submit, he came with a whole suitcase.
Now, what will be the specific period of the procurement process? How long?
Thank you, sir. Because we don't get into this, we ask the bidders them for let them extend them bid security and then validity period. We get what we call bid security validity and bid validity period. So, you know they award a contract beyond them period and day. It is invalid. It is not recognized. So we ask the 2 bidders where we don't get to that stage. The DucoPro and the TY, they can attest to it. We write them before we open the financial, we read it, and we explain to them, say, you get for extend your bid security, you get for extend the validity period, which they did. The validity period, they up to November, which then they cause all the noise on these things. Don't we want it to be completed now? There is validity in place.
I asked you earlier, the projects don't take about 3 years now, and you don't get about 2 or 3 cancellations. What will be the time frame we want the bank give government of Salo for procure then over 6,000 tablets for monitor the free quality education?
Now, the procurement process don't go beyond. So
now what will be the time? What will be the time?
Usually with the ask, like when you open bid, before you open bid, the state say this bid valid for 150 days, as the case may be, right? If you still say it go beyond 10 days and day because of the evaluation not done it, you get right for ask the bidder say, look, una extend una bid validity just in case let them go be a valid bid, which we have done. Now, the aspect also with the presently, when TY don't submit in samples, we don't get the technical experts. We call a ministry, when we own partner ministry, the Ministry of Communication and Technology. Then get all what it takes for proof say waiting TY don't submit is a good sample, right? You get for even do a drop test and everything. We don't get all of this. So we write the Ministry of Communication and Technology. As I speak to you now, presently, then samples then they for testing and then we'll give you the result where we go send to the bank and announce to everybody this is where we are. Nobody not bring the GoPro. The recommended bidder where we get as of now TY memory masters until the samples then prove say this way is submit, they're not good, they're not fit for purpose, then the bidding document say you move to the next bidder. That's the process where we are. All waiting, Mr. and the civil society man they talk. I'm glad in that question we ask them.
No.
If you don't get in contact with the fence,
no.
It's rather unfortunate for let it you don't say like me not for gold job. I don't feel say if for weak that for your own family or himself.
No,
it's rather unfortunate.
Now, at the time you serve as a secretary of the evaluation committee, and one concern or allegation we come out in that you've been clearly support the Duco Pro company, we na the Ghanaian company. What's in the interest of Mohamed Kalon with this company?
There is no interest. It's rather unfortunate when it talks here at the support. As a secretary, as me a secretary to that procurement committee, we get to a point when I explain to evaluators say, me colleagues and be the mix 2 things. And the Rogers way called so they were responsible. Now, there is what we call a bid security validity. And the bid security itself gets its own validity. Now, there was a contention. Then they take it as one. I said, no. Bid security validity different from bid security, the validity itself. So we get to that point and there was a lot of contention. And the report when they sent to the bank, I'll let you know now, Mr. Civil Society man. The bank rejects the report 2 times. 2 times. The bank, they say rectify. Right. It is sent to the project, it say rectify. Not until we sit down on them. Immediately we do the right thing. A day, the bank gives a no objection. So information correct. When you send to people them out, you don't know all of this. If one side don't give you a report, come to us and get the other side.
All right. Now, Mr. Kalon, we suppose forget you here this morning. Firstly, why you not able to show up?
Yes. Every civil servant or public officer, they under instruction and they under a ministry. I should not have got up there to go there alone by myself. I need a support. I need somebody for say, give me the authority say, go there.
Alright,
so then, just take up and go there.
So authority now, then at the ministry, not give go ahead for this money, we make you know you come.
My boss call and tell me say, the minister don't give me the go ahead for let I respond. That is why I'm doing it. If I should have gone there, somebody will call and say, look, not what we send on there.
All right. Now, the reason we the civil society and people they allege that we make and give this award to TY now because of kickback. Is it true?
God forbid. Why we think always then they bash public officers in this country, but these are the people where they do the work. Every small thing you just think, perception, feelings, they wrong to the realities. Let we know they take something, because of kickback. Why kickback? We work for a very credible institution. We don't do that.
All right.
Why should we do that?
Now, over 3 years, still, una not able, for award so that the tablets then go come. When finally, una go award contract so that the tablets, there are over 6,000 tablets, them, una go able to begin use them.
Thank you so much. This is we concern. We done the Ministry of Communication and Technology. Even last week, we don't press them. We say, let the sample result come out. Once it come out, the why in samples they all fit for purpose. I show you, my brother. Today we call TY say, look, we don't award this contract. We move to the next stage. We don't have anything against TY. We don't have anything. I'm telling you, is there a Leone brother? We know they go against any rule of the game. They don't mean to when somebody there outside you for edge because of one thing. No, we don't do that. One characteristics of a good procurement is fairness. You know they edge somebody out because they say, no, not to me brother, ain't not there. No, even if your brother and be there out, you still support them, you still support the other person, you give them fair play. Each time they ask for question, we they take the question, we send them to them all. The white can attest to that. Everything, all of the data, all the information. Which one is that one, and the same thing with everybody. Come and get the facts from us. Not just get one side of the coin and propagate wrong things. Now you then a medium where you send the one on one the and you castigate somebody in your family. You castigate, you kill somebody. That is wrong.
Mr. Kalon, Mr. Kalon, this process don't take about 3 years. What in now the risk now if for make Salonogo lost the project because the World Bank funded project?
I tell you, my brother, we all day under duress because the bank self want this thing to be completed. Everybody. If now we be get our technical experts in-house, we should have resolved and send this thing out. We are not the technical people. Today, as I speak to you, we will wait on that report. As soon as we get the report, we will release them today. I'm telling you, we don't have anything. We know they influence the process. We know they near it. All we tell them, we urge them, let them just, and you know when it comes to technicality, I'm telling you, my brother, not to just something where you just they go get 1 minute.
All right.
Give them. It's a technical issue. Let them do their job. It is with another ministry.
All right.
Let them do their job and come out with the final report where we go circulate even to everybody again. For tell when I say this, now wait till we get say the samples that we then submit, it meets the quality or it don't meet the quality.
Plenty thank you, Mr. Kalon. We join we inside the program this morning. In name na Mohamed Kalon, the procurement specialist, now the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, as there for respond to issues them we Marcos made raise inside the program this morning. Musa.
And remember say we be invite Mohamed Kalon for join the program, but ABC the education PRO they come and later now a call for getting a response on the phone. We just want for make listeners and viewers know say we give equal opportunity to everybody for get their own side. But we still get Marcos Bangura, we now the Executive Director Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability C4D. You don't get for Mohamed Kalon, you don't get in concerns, you don't get in response, and you don't say who's the process they know.
Yes, I don't carefully listen to Mohamed Kalon. Once I want for correct and first, I'm not tell us say Diaku is a foreign company. In fact, Diaku is owned by a Lebanese man. And just imagine for to say Kalon himself is not fair. And once we talk, you see the characteristics of procurement is fairness. Make us start with Diaku Limited and Diaku Enterprise. I want Mr. Kalon to tell me whether Diaku Enterprise been bid. Because it was only Diaku Limited bid So, but because they falsify documents from NACIT and NRA, right, and then do the investigation, it proves say, then one in day, you understand, the document was falsified. Clearance certificates, you understand. So because of that, what it happened, they still go ahead with their enterprise. Tell me for God's sake, if it's fair enough in the procurement, as you say, you understand, that particular thing, if I don't get rid of first. When we come to Duco Pro, right, and one of me concern as a civil society activist, and the fact say, governments, they lost $300,000 every month on ghost teachers. And it's almost 3 to 4 years now. You understand? And Mr. Kalon is there. You understand? And he aware of the fact, say, ghost teachers, because of ghost teachers, the government they lost 300,000. If you multiply 300,000 per year, it's about 3 point, I think about 3, I stand to be correct, about $3.6 million with a huge amount of money. You understand? And for this country, and we all know how what the country face at the moment, right? Then even the toners, it was about $415,000. We'll talk about their position. You understand? And Duco Pro, right? When you talk about this Duco Pro, also, the tablets when you talk about submission. You understand? And they ask them for submit them, and they tell you categorically say when they do the submission on the testing stage, yeah, who take that the name of the tablets we Duco Pro present, it crash, right? Then TY, right? TY they call them Active 6 was very solid. Now it make as if yes, it is sympathize, you understand, with TY. Me concern one when you look at indigenous industries, one for see them grow. That's one factor that you understand. And me as a civil society, I get a responsibility for make sure say we put them on the toes. I don't call them, you understand? But what you have to say categorically, the fact say we get document to the effect. And Mr. Kalon, this is not new to Mr. Kalon. Mr. Kalon, right? Mr. Kalon was the procurement officer for the I think it's about 50 buses. We under Lobus and period, APC period. You understand? We all know how that came out. Very controversial. In fact, you go commission of inquiry. And then they talk about in family. And they talk about as an individual, under individual responsibility, not collective responsibility.
Is it that the question integrity?
If we don't go through the process today, and the question integrity, I get all right for question integrity.
Now, Marcus, what are the concern now of the Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability? Kalon clearly confirm say the TY way you mention say now the indigenous way you don't mention in name say now then get the bidding, now they still get the bidding process.
Yes, they still get the bidding process, but there are the delay. August, I think this August, they don't do all that.
Okay, you're concerned at the delay.
Understand that too much of delay. You understand? Then also if possible, would they bring in me the rights personally to the parliamentary accounts committee? You understand? Then they actually probe Mr. Kalon and look at this particular investigation, this particular procurement process. Maybe the facts, yes, they get up. You understand? They get up. August, that could have been done. You understand? But to date, we still face delay. Now, it don't come with which is about documentation has already been presented before on this. Now, they're not presented. Already they talk to. They don't say that, yes, it did at the Ministry of Communication. When it happen, they said that day. You understand? But how long it don't take day?
You see this as just a delay in procurement, or you see any corruption in them?
I see both. I see delay. You understand? And the delay that as a result of corruption, I want to say. Understand? Alleged corruption, in the sense that irregularities in the procurement process. I get document to the effect where in fact they tell them about the irregularities, then also they further even to the ACC complain to them about concerned contractors. You understand? It's about irregularities. So as a result of that, I don't know Mr. Kalon, I'm not trying to pull him down, but what's important and the fact say it is my role where I play as a civil society activist. That's why the organization has democratic accountability. And when about democratic accountability, it's only public officials to account on issues. Look at the country, they lost that kind of amount of money also. Mr. Kalon has been there from day one to date. The country, they continue for loss $300,000 every month because of them tablets they also, you understand, solar tablets, where they're not able to put into effect. Because once the solar tablets, every school gets one, there is a possibility, you understand, for track ghost teachers, and that money will be saved. Whose question will tell you about all the money that's away where the country don't lose?
Right.
You multiply that to a year, you multiply to 4 years. You know, Sky money that one day,
Right.
where would go and big donor countries for make Nigeria? We have lost them.
Continue.
And it is as a result of Mr. Kalon as a procurement officer, way delay.
Right.
Then also the secretariat.
Continue for the weeks inside the program, Marcus. We look at messages. This one from Thomas is say this delay on the tablet issue is a matter the ACC should look into, and those holding up the process should be prosecuted.
The program still continue. We continue for look at more issues. This one say we want to bring to the attention of World Bank that the $50 million project implemented by SLRTC led by the layoff more than 200 staff without benefits. We give 1 week to Mr. Isaac Ken Green, the general manager of SLRTC, to pay our benefits, or we will demonstrate and come to the World Bank office for our benefit, because it's not possible. Okay.
This one from Amadou Rijalo say this is very sensitive matter, need to be dealt with serious caution.
We continue for look at more issues, more text messages them inside the program. Good morning, Salon. Mystic from Dwazak. They say the delay on the procurement of the said tabs is creating a room for suspicions. I think the Minister of Basic Education should do the needful by ensuring the speed up the said procurement deal so that the tabs will be available to the beneficiaries.
This one from Joseph Josiah said this is the problem with some government official. They will contacted to come in the studio but will refuse to come and later wants to blame the radio station.
This one from Ibrahim Baba Turin, our Facebook page. He say Mr. Kalon, Mr. Marcos, the procurement man don't confirm say the company you the advocate for now the recommended supplier at the moment. So at the issue, and as a procurement expert, all what the man has explained is in procurement sense is in place. So don't you think you should first engage Mr. Kalon to understand from a procurement standpoint what the issues are?
This one from Ibrahim is say the same yuki where they happen per tablet, now the same happen for procure waka fine bosses way up till now with the get challenge.
We continue for look at more text messages them inside the program. This one from Saidu Zito on our Facebook page. They say you really have a lot to do if you are to address the issue of ghost teachers, and I wonder how it's going to be easily attainable when some are switched in through some influential people in the education sector. We are closely observing this process.
This one say the reason we make them able fet ghost teachers now because the ghost them back don't begin the fet.
We continue for look at more issues inside the more text messages. I beg your pardon. This one from Joseph Josiah on our Facebook page. Say this is the problem. Okay, from Lancelot Thomas, he said this delay on the tablet issues that matter the ACC should look into, and those holding up the process should be prosecuted. Well, from the text messenger, we can to studio guests as to round up the program now. Marcos?
Yes, somebody talks to Mr. Kalon, experts, he don't answer everything, says why they're still the supplier. But you forget to realize how much we don't lose. We don't lose in these 4 years. Just let him just do the multiplication. Say $300,000, you understand, per month. Then they calculate them. That's not financial impropriety. And because of that, we get for question Mr. Kalon. And one thing again, Mr. Kalon, he mentioned about the higher price under Diaco, but he don't mention about the difference in price, cost of 800,000, where TY do. You understand? On these tablets, we still insist, right? Because how Mr. Kalon himself, individually, in the secretary, you understand, to the committee, is the secretary and is also the procurement specialist. Why, for God's sake, a turn advocate during the discussion, and individually, right, make a decision at that particular period. So as a result of that, we just get for question.
Marcos, you get any interest in TY?
I'm not getting interest in TY. Neither are they against the ministry. but I stand for democratic accountability. And in democratic accountability, we hold public officials to account. In this situation, if that's why they fall short, we will go after them. But in this particular situation as it is, we don't get the issue that the minister be dealing with talker. We almost say it's about 4 years now or 3 years. You understand? So as a result, that we get for talk against.
Mr. Kano,
put them on the tool.
Mr. Kano just sent message say, not be the part of the 50 bus procurement will you make mention of? Okay,
and that's what he say. But me, all the strongest conviction say, why was he at the Commission of Inquiry?
That's not the bus whose 50 buses then?
The 50 buses under APC logos.
The program that Good Morning Salon where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we now get better time again inside the program, and you just listen to Marcus Bangura, the Director for Citizen Forum for Democratic Accountability C4D.
Yes, of course, Mr. Marcus they ask if he cannot be the part of the procurement of the buses why it been the Commission of Inquiry according to the Minister of Energy it been now on that basis he go now the Commission of Inquiry.
Energy. Okay, that also tells about corruption as well.
Alright. When I have good the cutting of the program, Good Morning Salon, we come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to Marcus Bangura. We are the Executive Director for C4D. As we there, we may talk about procurement issues we get for do with over 6,000 tablets. We raise concerns up till now with the ministry, the make slow for letting procure the tablets in the